one thing in my mind is easy to answer. So I want to win. I want to win a trophy.
My guest today is a remarkable gent who once told me he could kick a ball as soon as he could walk. He arrived here at Tottenham in 2015 and has since risen to 5th in the all-time goal-scoring ranks, but is number 1 in the number of photographic post-goal cellies unleashed. And he's done it all by bringing so many good vibes to the world. It is a joy to welcome back, Mr. Son Heung-Min.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Sonny, it's so great to be with you. You're just back from Asia, where you are like at superstar levels. The crowd's there, mobbing you. You appeared with the K-pop sensation New Jeans. You unleashed your new clothing brand on the world. Spurs legend Ozzy Ardiles said the only time he's seen anything like it in soccer is when Maradona went back to Argentina. But what was it like? I mean, it's massive.
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. It's my second time going with the team. Last time when we went there, it was a little bit of still COVID times, so the fans couldn't really showing how much they love. But this time was amazing. It was fantastic. The players, all the staff loved to be there. So I couldn't even sleep. Like it was just so happy. I was, being in Korea and get us so much love, get us so much support. Like I was just so happy. I was lying down after the game. I was lying down and couldn't sleep,
Just adrenaline.
Yeah, because I was so happy, and when I see the people like smiling because of us, because of me, and it was a fantastic experience again. So
I love this, Sonny. And I think you know this. When Spurs games are shown in Korea, above the scoreboard in little, your head, massive, flies above it just to let people know that you are on the field. And I watch that and I'm kind of blown away by it. But what is the difference between feeling inspired by a nation's love and just feeling overwhelmed by the pressure that it brings?
As you mentioned, I think in a game, when you see my face on the screen, it's just like a bit awkward, because I think they should focus on the game, but they were always focused in the screen. So, no, I mean, I really appreciate that. I get so much love, and as much as I can, I wanna bring something back to the guys who loves me, who gives me so much support.
Last season, Spurs' start was hotter than the Deadpool franchise. Undefeated first 10 games, back half of the season more challenge-filled. I think just 4 wins in the last 10. Sonny, what's the most important lesson you took from that experience that you'll take with you into this year?
Look, I mean, we still have a quite young team, and it was also a bit unlucky that we got a lot of injury, and especially when you're with a young team, when you have a good vibes and when you have good rhythm, is flying without the scary, you just everything is going all right. But when things are not going not well, and then everybody doubts it. So I think this was a very, very good lesson for us for last season. And this season I think we can't make the same mistakes. And especially last year, there were some players was first season in the Premier League and they had to adapt it. So I mean, second year mentally, I think you have to be more ready and you have to show that you're learning something. You have to show that you're improving something, from me, So it will be very, very important going to the next season.
Last season was also your first as captain. Who do you model yourself on as captain, and what do you hope the other players will say about you as a leader?
Yeah, first of all, I think I had a lot of good captains who lead by example.
Who?
And Ji-sung Park, and I loved him, I loved him, and being as a captain, not for being a captain, I think human being, he was always fantastic. So look, he was always carrying every single players, and didn't speak a lot. He wasn't loudest guy in the team, but he was always there when team needed. So I wanted always be like him, I want to be player like him, that everybody rely on something on him, So I'm not expecting from my players to say something, any good things, but but I just want to always be a good example, good behaviors, good discipline. And if your players think that's the right thing to do, and I hope they're following in my way. So
you talk about your behaviours and you talk about being a model. I mean, when you arrived here, 2015, you were 23 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years on. I think there's just 3 players on this Spurs squad who are over the age of 30. And that old man, Ben Davis, is looking at a locker room with the players like Mikey Moore, who turns 17 next week. He's a baby. 18-year-old Archie Gray just arrived, and Ben Davies said that he started to think about his own behaviours, his own examples that he's setting, trying not to be late for meetings, all that kind of stuff. What's it like for you to suddenly be a veteran? And are you thinking about your own behaviour and the pathway that you're showing those who are following it?
Look, I mean, Ben is totally right. You know, you can't just be lazy as when you're older player, because I had such a good example in a past. I just had to be even more good example than the others, you know. So especially when you're captain of this club and when you're coming late to the training, when you're coming to the late meeting, imagine if you're 17, 16 years old and you look at him, well, captain comes late, why I can't come late, you know. That's, I think, for me, very, very important, because you're not playing yourself. You know, this football is not individual sport. Football is a group of players that everybody has an amazing talent, amazing have a quality, but I think the most important thing that you respect each other, and when you are respecting each other and when your behavior is good and when you are disciplined, I think on a pitch comes the things that we are talking about.
Well, as you said, you've been here 10 years. You were like, wow, has it gone quickly?
Yeah, it's gone really quickly. So just like this, you know, like I close my eyes, I open, and it was 10 years gone. So
here's why I love you. When you do that, you are saying this is going fast, make memories, don't take anything for granted.
Yeah, I mean, you work hard to be here, and in 10 years, it just really goes fast. You don't even realize when you're 23, when you're 24, when you're 25. So what you're realizing is when you're turning
32, 33.
32.
Wait till you're 73 or 74, Sonny. That's when it really hits you.
I don't want to be rude, but yeah, from football age, I mean, 32. I never told that I'm gonna turning 32, you know, but it will come fast at you. So you should just be really grateful that you have this opportunity. You don't feel this is free, you know. As you said, this is not guaranteed, you know. So you should be really grateful, and you should take every day the chance to improve yourself, you know, because this chance you don't get often, and you have amazing facility, you have amazing chance to improvement. So you should just take it, you know.
Listen to this, man, and take it from me, it soon all goes to crap. But one of the young men who's going to come and be with you very soon in January, Spurs 18-year-old new signing, Yang Min-hyuk, who was recently signed from K-League side, Gangwon FC. There'll be 5 players from Korea in the Premier League. What will you tell him about life in North London, about the culture here that you wish you'd known when you arrived as a relative kid yourself?
It's going to be hard. I'm going to just tell him, you know, like being in the Premier League is not easy at all. You know, just like be prepared, language, culture, physicality, and being human being, you know, moving away from your family, everything has to be perfect to be a top player, you know. I don't want to let him scared about this, but I just want to give a warning.
Yeah, realistic warning.
Yeah, realistic warning, and that it helps him, you know. So you feel like you're doing good in the K-League, but when you come to here every single day, there's young player every single day that want to take your chances, you know, and they want to take your position. So
this is what I wanted to ask you. His nickname is the next Son. You're still the Son. What's it like to already have the next Son coming up? This is going to give you existential. You're going to have to see a therapist after this interview. We talked about old age and you being supplanted by the next generation already. But when you hear that nickname, are you just like, that's great? Or you're like, hang on a minute, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm still here, but I'm not gonna give him my spot 100%, you know, because I have to work hard, and because, you know, the young blood is maybe they have a better fitness or better athletes, but you know, football also sometimes need experience and also need a quality. So obviously, I'm gonna help him as much as can, try to be a top player for the also Korean football generations, but I have to be a good example for him, you know. So,
but I am blown away by your drive, your desire for constant improvement. Ange Postecoglou said recently that this guy, has done pretty well everything in the game, but he's still working out how he can improve, which is a remarkable mentality. What are you focusing on right now? What do you think you still need to work on in your game?
I mean, every aspect. That as a footballer, I think there is only few case of perfect player. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo,
Richarlison.
up there. But I can improve any aspect, because every manager has a different system of playing, and I just want to adapt to him. Like when you're thinking about it, Ange perfect player is Sonny, and he gives you a lot of speech that influences so much to me. So it's just so good to learn, something from different managers, and a couple of years now, other amazing managers, and it's just fantastic, Football, it seems easy also, but football has to be perfect, every aspect, on the pitch, off the pitch as well. So in every aspect, on and off the pitch, I want to be improved.
So last question for you, Sonny. We've talked about this enough. You recently turned 32. You're about to start your 10th season. Why do I keep bringing this up? Mostly because I want to know, have you started to think about what your legacy will be here, how you'll be remembered by this club, by these fans, and what you need to achieve to cement it?
There's only one thing in my mind. It's easy to answer. So I want to win. I want to win a trophy, So win a trophy to bring success to the team, where, especially when you're captain and win the trophy, it means something will be very, very special to me, and also to my family, also to the club, and also to the squad. So, I mean, I will do anything for this, and I'm not calling I'm legend from this club right now. I want to maybe win something.
To you, to your goal, to your family, to your team, to the season ahead, 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Courage.
Thank you very much.